Hello. Good morning. I don't know if you probably can't see me right now, but I'm going to go ahead and start talking anyway. I am there we are. Okay, thank you. I'm Jonathan Riddle, one of the pastors of the Church of the Cross. I just want to tell you how excited I am to be here. I have not been out here since the first weekend in December. So it's really good to see you again. I've realized some of you may not even know who I am since I haven't been gone for 6 weeks. But again, I'm Jonathan Riddle, one of the pastors. We're excited you're here this 10:30 service. Just a few things I want to say, and that is I want to give a couple announcements in the very beginning. And the last Friday and Saturday in January, we're having a conference here. Judy Nolan is coming to speak. She's a very, very well-known speaker. It's going to be here in the chapel. We have these cards out in the narthex out here. Please grab one on the way out. Just check it out. If you'd like to be a part of that, just let us know. It's a great event to invite people to. We're always doing these kind of events to outreach in our community that some people might. It's amazing how many people have never been on this campus before. They wander in here and they're intrigued by it. And many of you can testify to this. You end up coming here. So we'd love for you to be a part of that. Also, there is an informational meeting coming up in the next week for God's Goods. As many of you know, we have nearly 300 volunteers for that make that ministry go, that gives out close to $600,000 a year to local and global missions. An incredible ministry we have for this church. It couldn't happen if it wasn't for volunteers, and because we move into the spring and the summer months, many of those volunteers go back up north for one reason or another, and so we need to have people come and step in their place. So we're always looking for people who might want to serve in that capacity. As many of you know, it's a great ministry. Many of you know you feel like you become family to many people there. So that informational meeting happened, I believe, next week. Also, Father Tom Hendrickson is continuing his series on Wednesday night over here in the chapel, 7 o'clock, called It's a Worldview and Why is Important. What does it mean to have a Christian worldview in a world that is pluralistic, that has 1,000 different beliefs, that's pushing up against Christianity all the time? How do we handle that as Christians? Tom's did last week. He's got another 2 weeks, 7 o'clock. That'll also be online as well. As we gather to worship, I just want to say a couple of words, and that is something was mentioned by Jason in our prayer earlier upstairs. We're getting ready for the service. He mentioned that the church is not a building. It's not bricks and mortar. It's not this sanctuary or even the chapel. The church is made up of God's people. In other words, if this place burned down this week, or we lost the historic campus, we would still continue to exist as God's people, because where 2 or 3 are gathered in God's name, He is there in the midst. And Christ is here this morning in this place, which to me is a wonderful thing. Amen. Yes, thank you. All right, somebody's alive here this morning. Thank you. And it brings me to this last point, and that is that every person up here that's leading us in musical worship, they would tell you this is not entertainment. This is about you participating with one another. There's a response going back. This is like, in some sense, liturgy. They're singing, you're singing, we're responding to one another, but then most of all, we're focused towards God. We're focusing what we're singing about toward Him. And so it makes it so much better when you join in the worship with it. And let me just bring this home, okay? In the book of Hebrews, it says we are surrounded by such a great cloud of witnesses. In other words, you've always wondered whether people from heaven can see what's happening. They can. They can see. And not only that, they join in our worship with us. So we are joining our voices this morning with angels, archangels, and all the company of heaven. So it's a wonderful thing. And today's a Communion Sunday. What a wonderful service this is going to be. Can you tell I'm excited to be here? Yeah. So let's stand and greet our neighbors before we begin singing.
All my failures I tried to hide. It was my tune till I met you. You called my name and I ran out of that grave, out of the darkness to your glorious day. You called my name and I ran out of that grave, out of the darkness to your glorious day. Now your mercy has saved my soul.